Hey folks, Alex here, 9 to 5 to Freedom. In today's video, we're going to talk about this crazy volatile day that we had in the market today. I'll give you an update on my portfolio, some lessons learned, some mistakes I've made, and hopefully you can avoid making the same mistakes as I did. If you're new to this channel, my name is Alex. On this channel, I record my journey investing into high yield dividends from funds like Roundhill, Neos, Nels Yield, and others in order to build a passive income machine that will one day replace my 9 to 5 income. So if you like this kind of content, make sure you hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. I also appreciate a comment, engagement, what you want to learn next, as I'm always reading all of your comments and I try to actually implement some of the responses in the videos. So I'll be doing that as well. So let's hop into it, folks. Lots to cover today. And we'll start with the market update. Okay, so NASDAQ leads stock slide as tech gets plummeted. So this week is full of earnings. And yesterday we had lots of earnings as well. I've been messaging on our YouTube posts. So giving you guys a heads up on some of the earnings that were coming along. So one of the slides that we had was Palantir. Now Palantir is this AI slash military intelligence type of stock. Basically, they're using AI to gather intelligence on anybody, and it's been a rocket this year so far. But we've had actually I don't know why I'm typing rocket, but we had good earnings, but the valuations are what scared investors. So we had this sell-off that happened overnight as those earnings reports came in. So as we can see, this stock year to date, it's just been absolutely a rocket. I mean, if you go back to the beginning of the year, we're at $78 and we got over $200 in here now. Last night, again, sell off from 212 at the peak. We're down to 186. Now, if you're new to this channel, I invest into diversified funds. One of the largest positions I have is Wpay, which Palantir is one of the tickers. So that really brought me down. So I was not really happy to see that. But yeah, so this was one of those sell-offs that we saw. Yeah, you can see here S&P 500 down 1.17%, Dow's up 0.5%, NASDAQ at 2%. The Russell 1.78, gold slipped as well 1.81%, and the volatility index up at almost 11%. Now the other thing that we saw, which I don't know if you guys paid attention much, was Bitcoin. Bitcoin went almost under 100,000 today. So the lowest we had, well, actually it did, I'm sorry, I take that back. We did go under 100,000. We were down to $98,000 today. So pretty crazy. Let me see here, make sure I'm telling you guys good info. Yeah, so Bitcoin's been a little bit choppy. I mean, if you look at the 6 months, we were at almost $125,000, and this slip that we had in the last month or so, from the peak on October 4th, and really tomorrow or today is November 4th. So in 1 month, we've lost $25,000 off the top of Bitcoin. So for those of you who are investing into Bitcoin ETFs that pay dividends, I'm sure all of you have been feeling the pain. Now, I did sell off a lot of my position. I had a good chunk of money, over $50,000 in fund like YBTC. And as soon as I saw that, it just wasn't making sense. It wasn't keeping up. And I got out of that fund. But you can see it got hit today again, 5.31% on YBTC. Last 5 days, 10.42%. In the past month, 18% down. So very rocky times for Bitcoin. Now let's take a look at ULTY. I covered ULTY in the past here. I got out of ULTY completely. Last week I said ULTY will not see another $5 day. And yeah, so today ULTY got hit 3% as well. The market wasn't sparing anybody on a day like today. But you can see the last 5 days, ULTY down 6.32%. Last month, 13%, and 20% in the past 6 months. So it's not keeping up with the dividends that it's paying. It's paying out of the NAV, and the NAV just continues to go down. It's unable to sustain itself. Now, as ULTY was flat at one period, people were actually making money, and it made sense for. I mean, if you got into ULTY in April, and let's say you got out in August time, you would have been pretty much golden. You would have made all those dividends, and it would have made sense. But now I see everybody is pretty much selling off ULTY. Everybody's talking about it, so it's been not a good time for ULTY. Now, let's talk about my portfolio. Switch gears here. You can see here, folks, I took a big hit today, okay? We were in the depths, folks. I was down at one point like $11,000, okay? So we finished the day $10,621 down, okay? This was horrible. Now, look at this volatility that we're seeing in the after hours. I mean, this just jumped up. We were up at $5,800, and now it just came down again as I refreshed this page. So this volatility is pretty crazy. Now, why am I down so much? Well, and here's a lesson learned for you, okay? This is a free lesson with my own money. What did I do to bring me down so much? Well, I thought this, again, this is all markets speculation, greed, name it whatever you want to call it. I believe that Palantir and the earnings that we're going to get last night, that it was supposed to drive the market up. So what did I do? Well, you know that I haven't been holding a lot on margin. I've only had like 50 grand on margin. So I decided to increase my Wpay position by 1,000 shares yesterday. And I know I look like a complete idiot by doing that. And now, I bought in at like $53 and I think it was like 85 cents or something like that, or maybe 95 cents. Yeah, so, not a good move on my part. But again, like, you don't know. I mean, there's folks who went bullish on a single stocks like Palantir, and they got completely wrecked today. Okay, there's lots of stories about that. But look at this. It's almost erased everything. Just what we saw. We just lost 5 grand in the matter of a couple of minutes as I'm recording this. Just the volatility is insane. Let's look at Wpay, and really this is what's driving this volatility. Look at this. After hours up 2.56%. Boom, down. Lost everything. Okay, so on this position, I am down $9,000 as of right now in the after hours. So this sell-off, you can see my position is $221,000. Now you might say, Alex, you're an idiot. Why did you say that you're gonna, keep your margin low, and then you went against what you said you were gonna do? Well, this is, I'm learning things about myself. Like I always try to, experiment and do something, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And here's a good scenario where it doesn't. Now, am I worried that this is the end, like this account's gonna blow up? No, I'm not worried about any of that. Okay, so if we go to my margin buffer, all this kind of good stuff right here. So my margin maintenance requirement on this account is $81,000. My buffer is $93,000. So I'm well covered. I'm diversified. I'm well covered. I'm not worried about it. Unless we have like a huge 50% correction tomorrow, it's not a big concern. I've seen Wpay bounce around multiple dollars within a day. If you look at the 3-month chart, look at this. We've been at this low already. Just a few days ago, October 22nd, we visited $51.21. So we got right out of it within a week. We're back to $54.65. We're experiencing the same thing right now. We are down $51.39. And again, I don't have a crystal ball. We're going to see continuation of a sell-off tomorrow. I'm not sure. I know that there are some concerns in the market right now with the government being still shut down. Lots of folks are not getting their paycheck. There's concerns of not enough reports are coming out of the government to say what the job market is and how that's going to impact the Fed's ability to adjust interest rates in December. So lots of concerns around that, but this is what it is. So did I make a mistake doubling down on Wpay and buying another 1,000 shares? Yes, I did. If you think I was an idiot, please leave me a comment below. If you think I'm just a normal bloke please leave a comment below. Okay, so everything else, how did everything else fare today? Not very good. Eggy, we're down 4% for today. Eggy got hit even more than Wpay. Okay, so this is one of those funds that I've talked about. I really enjoyed its performance. And look at the year-to-date chart. Okay, so this is absolutely nothing to worry about. We've seen these fluctuations throughout the year, and it's just some of these ETFs that hold less positions, you experience a lot more volatility. You just have to make sure that you keep your margin, the amount of margin that you're using at bay, right? So you don't want to over risk yourself. My gold position, this is from Neos. So this one, again, after hours, it looks like it's climbing back up. Year to date, we are in the green, not by much, but we saw that sell-off in the gold that we saw just in a couple of days. So nothing too crazy there. Maggie, again, Maggie got hit today as well because it's the Magnificent Seven. Not as bad as Wpay, obviously, but I don't have as much of money into Maggie. So any other ones that we got, anything in the green? Well, the only one is my free single share of $5 stock that I have here. And by the way, if you're looking to switch over to Robinhood, I'll have my referral link in the description below. You and I can get a free share of stock, something like this, like $5 or $10 is what they'll give you. But yeah, the margin interest rate at Robinhood is the lowest in the market. So if you're comfortable using some margin, you can see here that their rates right now are running. If you're using between, let's see, $50,000 to $100,000, it's 5.05%. 100,000 to $1 million is 4.75%. So lowest rates on the market. Okay. Yeah, blocks, another one. This is one on crypto. Today it got hit by 7.36%. After hours, we're climbing out at 1%. So pretty huge hit as well. Now, today is ex-dividend day for Wpay. So that did not help at all. Okay, so when we have a red day and ex-dividend day, you can kind of compound the effects of the drawdown on your portfolio. So if we look at the 1 week chart, you can see that I am down 6.73%. 1 month chart, I'm down 8.22%. 3 month chart, I'm up 3%. So if I look at 3 months, I'm still in the green. Nothing to worry about. It's not eroding. It's just we're seeing that fluctuation. Now you can see where I transferred over to Robinhood from Fidelity back in August. And we see the fluctuation that we have been experiencing here. So tomorrow we will get the dividend. Now, because I did buy more shares, obviously I will get more money from Wpay tomorrow on our dividend day. But really, I'm more concerned about this recovery here. Nothing to panic about. I think, as always, there's been just a lot of overreactions in the market. So, yeah, let's see here. What else did I want to cover? Well, that's really, I think, all I got. I mean, I don't think much is changing in the post market here. I'm just blown away at this, how much this can fluctuate in the after hours. Now, does anybody trade in the after hours? Please leave a comment below. One of the cool features with Robinhood, and I'm not sponsored by Robinhood or anything, is the ability to trade in the after hours. Now, something like Wpay, just as an FYI, it's not on the 24-hour market. It is on the extended market, though. So you can trade up to, I think, 8 p.m. in a given day. So that's what I got for today's update. I'm gonna wrap it up as that. Again, if you could please subscribe to this channel. There's been a lot of people who are watching and not subscribing. It's the only free thing you can do to support this channel, so I really would appreciate that. And yeah, have a great evening, guys. Take care. Don't worry. Don't panic. Everything will be okay.